Today we're watching defensive lineman slash edge Darius Alexander out of Toledo. Darius is 6'4", 311 pounds with 34-inch arms, and he's a handful. Darius is a guy that plays with tremendous power, really knows how to use his hands. At his best, he uses his length to great effect, 34-inch arms. And he's a guy you have to account for. We see him here at 2-eye, changing the line of scrimmage. One of the things that he does so well, whether he's rushing the quarterback or finding the ball in the backfield, as he's engaged, he continues to run his legs, following the path of the ball carrier. You can see he's overpowering the guard, finds the ball carrier, sheds, gets in on the tackle. Watch his get off. He's explosive off the ball. Note that he's so explosive in his get off here that he beats this double team, this tackle coming to get him. I watched 2 games from 2023 and 3 games from 2024. This is the only time I've seen him out wide of the tackle, third and long. I'd like to see him in space a lot more. Get a good picture on this rush of how powerful he is and about that running of his legs and that lower leg drive that we discussed on the previous clip here. That's 311 pounds coming at this tackle. Just big, powerful punch, knocking him off balance. I'd like to see him find the quarterback here with his eyes. Watch, he re-engages the tackle, even though he's clear. Darius doesn't always come off the ball with good pad level. At times he's straight up, but he does a very nice job mitigating those times when he surrenders his chest. You see, he's not just a pure power rusher. You see right here, the instant the guard gets into his chest, he's going to grab him at the elbow and then win inside hand position with his outside arm. And then there's that running of his legs. He throws the arm and he's overpowering the lineman at this point. Look at that powerful rip down. Darius shows the ability to win quickly. He's at 3 technique. Much better job off the ball with his pads, getting under the pads of the center. Gets his hands inside, really powerful. Again, running those legs, but watch this push-pull and then swim to clear. He's not just a power rusher. He's great quickness, tons of power, but he really knows how to use his hands. A ton of Darius at 2-eye. See him deep set off the line of scrimmage, giving him a runway. Really gives him an opportunity as well to wait on his shoot or really be able to exploit his length. I think he gets on this guard in a hurry. You can see he gets both hands in his chest. You can also see that he's straight up and high here. I keep talking about that power that he has generated by his lower half. You can see the offensive lineman is wildly out of control. Darius is not, maintains his balance as he gives that guy a seat and gets a hit on the quarterback. There's a lot to like about this play. Very explosive off the ball. He's in A-gap. See the right hand and the right leg coordinated. Big, long stride and just a violent club. Watch his left hand shoot inside and then rip down. Again, in the A-gap, we see really good technique defending the run here. Outside arm to the shoulder, inside arm to the number. Then he's going to sink his weight, lock out fully, control the block, find the football, throw the block, shed the block, and make a tackle. One of my favorite plays that I pulled, we see him at 4-eye. Really nice versus the run. Great pad level. Look how he shoots his hands into the chest. I think he does a good job identifying double teams as well. Something you don't see in most D linemen coming out of college. I don't think they show particular readiness for double team or anticipation of double teams. He does. You can see him pick that up. The tackle coming to get him. You see him kind of press the guard into the tackle, then throw him, then split the double team. and then make a tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Also worth noting that you see linebackers running free or hanging out near the line of scrimmage ready to make a play because he occupies both of these blocks, in addition to splitting them and making a play. Okay, we get him at 5 technique once again outside the tackle. Watch the quickness off the ball. Little jab inside, lean inside. Then a swat and a swim, and watch him make a play in the backfield, chasing down the back. Really, really explosive, great little play. So far as concerns, let me lay them on you. The first has to do with pad level. You do see him at times straight up off the ball. Sometimes he's able to mitigate that by virtue of power or length or the fact that he's very good with his hands. But that may not fly the same way in the pros. Another thing is that he's 24 years old, and I think he'll be 25 before the season starts. Check me on that if I'm wrong. So he's an older prospect. Level of competition is a little bit of a concern, although we see him in this video playing Pitt, Illinois. We also see him against Bowling Green, Western Kentucky. I understand he fared quite well at the Senior Bowl, so that may not be as big of a concern. Here the opponent is Buffalo. You see him again straight up off the ball. Defender getting his hands into his chest. Again, he's able to combat this because he's really good with his hands. Grabs the forearm or the wrist, throws the wrist. All the while he's running his legs. That I can't highlight that enough. I really like that. Watch him throw that arm as he runs. He's got his inside arm to his chest. Really impressive stuff. Does it translate consistently, however, to the NFL? In other words, he's got to get his pads down more consistently. This is a fine point, a nuance, but I believe it's something that he'll be asked to work on. A lot of times you'll see him read the back, then guess the gap. We saw this twice versus Pittsburgh and give up big runs as he gets moved, the back reading him. What you prefer, what he's going to be coached to do more consistently, is lock out his arms and take up a gap and a half using the body of the block, the center in this case. Darius is a very talented, very explosive football player. Love to see him in more space in certain situations. I think he can play that odd front D end. Probably going to go around 40, if not sooner. I think that puts him in the running for the Ravens' first round pick. Let me know what you guys think.